Hi, Democrats. Today is Tuesday, April 9th, and it's time for the Chair's Daily Live. Happy Tuesday. So it is Tuesday, April 9th. We are 1 week away past one of the biggest local election victories that we've had in a really long time, where we elected Democrats all over the map in municipal offices and school boards, all over the map. And I'm still not done celebrating. So that's really great news. Last week was full. I mentioned it last week that we had elections on Tuesday. We had candidate filings on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and we had our PPP convention on Saturday. It was a week chock full of political happenings. So I want to kind of do a summary. Tuesday was awesome. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it was great seeing so many Democrats putting their names on the ballot and willing to run. And in preparation for that, we are having Campaign Academy this Saturday, where we are training not only candidates, but our county party officials who are interested, as well as super volunteers or wannabe super volunteers in the training folks on how to work on campaigns. We need that help. That is a deficit we have in our state. And so if you're thinking about, I think I might want to see what it's like to work on campaigns, or I might want to work on campaigns, or I'm around campaigns and they're talking in a language that I don't understand, please register for Campaign Academy. Come on out to okdemocrats.org/Campaign Academy 2024. The fee is nominal. It is a $25 fee. We're chalking tons of experts in. It's worth a visit, and lunch is included. That's this Saturday in Norman, Campaign Academy, $25, okdemocrats.org/Campaign Academy 2024 to find out more information. I hope you're there. I even forgot that there was also an eclipse. I mean, all kinds of things. There was also an eclipse. I guess that was just yesterday. I hope everybody's back home safe. I hope everybody was careful and still has their eyesight. This Saturday, we had our presidential preferential primary convention in Lawton, Oklahoma. I don't know that the Oklahoma State Democratic Party has ever had a convention outside of CD1 or CD5, but we had it in CD4, Congressional District 4 in Lawton. I tell you, I sweat. I was nervous. I was anxious. I wasn't sure that we were going to make a quorum, but we had more than 100 people over quorum. I was so grateful as I stood on the stage and looked at all those intense Democrats who are ready to do the work, that so many Democrats showed up. So I think we're going to take a moment to celebrate that Democrats were ready to do the work and ready to drive all over the state. So we had our convention on Saturday, and we crammed a lot into Saturday. We elected our congressional district delegates. We elected our party leader, elected official delegates, and then at the end, we elected our at-large delegates. And our at-large delegates, I've gotten tons of questions, emails, Facebook messages about our at-large process. And so I'm going to take a time to say it on recording, so that people can go find it on YouTube. People can hear it come out of my mouth. According to the DNC, the Oklahoma Democratic Party had to post our delegate selection plan on the website for people to see it way back in March of 2023. And we met that requirement. Our delegate selection plan was published in March of 2023 on our website and remained there through Saturday. And then we had, for the first time in a long time, a really active affirmative action committee who offered training for folks who wanted more information on the delegate selection plan. So we had the plan out there for people to see. And then we also had folks who were going out into the world to answer questions and to explain the plan. I'm saying this because there was a lot of confusion and a lot of questions about how the plan was executed. In the plan that was published in March of 2023, in the section about at-large delegates, it was detailed that the at-large delegates would be used to help us achieve our representation goals. Now, they're goals, not quotas, but it was to help us balance out and make sure that we had enough, that we had a good division of genders. It was out there to make sure that we had a good division of our identity groups. So, that we had a good representation of Native Americans and folks from the LGBTQ to QIA2S+ community, folks from the African American community, disabled folks. And so what we did, and when I say we, I mean me and the Biden representative, what we did is we huddled in a room and we looked at who had been elected and who was still on the list. And we worked up some magic. How many men do we need? How many women do we need? Do we have any gender non-binary folks hanging out on this list? And we came out with a slate that helped us get close on all of our representation goals. We brought out that list. I presented the names and we voted on that list. There's a lot of stuff going around that the list wasn't voted on. And before we voted, there were questions. Several people came up, asked questions. There was an opportunity for folks to give feedback and ask questions. We voted on the list. So all of our delegates were voted on. All of our delegates were voted on. And so I'm saying that on the record in the most clearest terms that I can. Our delegates were voted on and our delegate selection plan was followed. And I assured folks going in that we would get out by 6 p.m. And that was also achieved. Because I knew people were driving from all over the state and I wanted folks to have time to get home without complete and utter exhaustion. So I'm marking a check mark that we had a successful convention on Saturday. I hope you'll join me now that you know the facts. So here's what we got going on now. We had elections last week. In 2024, in Oklahoma, we are going to have elections every 60 days. So when people say this is an election year, it's an election year. We have elections every 60 days. So we have elections coming up in June. That's the primary for a lot of local elections. It's the primary for our state house and state senate. So if you're not working for a candidate yet, why not? It's time for you to get out there, find a couple of candidates to support. Filing was last week. You know who the candidates are. You know who the candidates are. Get out there and help them now. Don't wait until after the primary. Don't make it harder for them. Time, talent, treasure. If you can drive folks around, if you can write postcards, if you can make phone calls, if you can write checks, they all need them now. They need them now, not later. They need them now. So get out there, help some candidates because we have elections coming up on June 18th. With regards to the list of our delegates, the list of all the folks who were voted on and all that kind of stuff will be up by Thursday at the latest. Where we want to clean up the list, make sure that the DNC has the list, and then we will publish the list. No names will be changed, none of that kind of stuff. It's just that we don't have a huge staff, and I don't want to overburden them. I want to make sure that they have time to do all the things that we require them to do. So I want to give them a couple of days to get their wits about them and get the list published in a way that is readable, legible, and understandable. So that's when the list will be available. Congratulations to all the delegates, the committee members, our electors, our pages, the delegation chair. Congratulations. We had a successful, productive Saturday. If you're running for office, if you're working for somebody running and you want the lingo, sign up for Campaign Academy. That is this Saturday in Norman, $25, lunch included this Saturday in Norman, Campaign Academy. I hope to see you there. You guys have a great evening and I'll be back here tomorrow at 4:15.